Welcome to How We Heard It, the podcast about music, pop culture, movies, and more, with your hosts Wayne Bledsoe and Chuck Campbell.
Zao En, this is Chuck Campbell with
Wayne Bledsoe and
John Baker.
That's a little hello. Good morning to Taiwan.
Okay.
Popped up a couple of days ago, our first foreign listener of the day. So hello, Taiwan. Today's episode, these are going to be love songs we hate. And and
Next time we need to do hate songs we love.
yeah.
well, I think we already did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We kind of do that all the time.
Yeah, we did nasty songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty songs and mean and
Yeah.
FU songs and all that. Anyway, a disclaimer here, because we know that everybody has their own song with their couple. You know, if you're in a relationship with somebody and some song is your song and we come across and say we hate it, we're not saying you're wrong for loving it. It's very personal. This is crazy subjective.
Yeah, totally subjective.
Totally subjective. Don't get your feelings hurt. You probably hate things we love too, and it's okay. The important thing is you find something you like. That's what we say all the time. Is like, if you find something you like, then it's good and it's right for you.
For me, the worst offense that a love song can have is that it's just completely sappy.
Okay.
That's my main guardrail.
Okay.
And if it's banal, if it just says stupid things you and me against the world.
Yeah, same thing over and over.
I do it. I kind of have different types of reasons for hating the ones I do. I don't like just really bland. I don't like bad songwriting. I hate bad lyrics.
Yeah.
Even I would rather the music sound formula than the lyrics, because
I agree.
Stale lyrics are just the worst ever. Especially when you're talking about love. It's like the best emotion we can have. So.
Yeah, and it has produced some of the worst songs we've ever had in our lives.
It certainly has. Yeah. I had a realization, but I don't want to get into that now. But just start. Let's just go down the line here. We've all three got lists.
I can start with the song that I've hated the longest.
Okay.
Because I've hated this ever since the 70s when it came on the radio, and I listened to the lyrics, and I thought, these are the most god-awful lyrics I have ever heard on the radio.
Okay.
I mean, this is before...
I feel like I'm going to have this one. Go ahead.
This is before I heard Charlene. Well,
that wasn't really a love song.
That wasn't a love song, but I'm just talking about god-awful lyrics.
Oh, just god-awful, period.
Yes. Sometimes When We Touch by Dan Hill.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes When We Touch, the honesty's too much.
Yeah, there's
whatever that means.
Yes. I want to hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry.
How can you cry if you die?
Yeah, I
if
know.
You're dead?
I want to hold you till the fear in me subsides. I mean, it is awful.
Who was this again?
Dan Hill.
Dan Hill. Okay. All right.
And poor old Dan, I don't think
the hill he died on?
Yeah, I guess he did, but I don't think he's ever had another hit that I know of. But
well, at least he had one.
Yeah, and I can't get the lyrics out of my head.
That's so fun. I only remember Sometimes When We Touch, and I'm like off. I don't know how to remember anything else. I'm done. That's as far as I'm going.
They were so bad I couldn't stop, listening to them. And it's like, my God, this is just awful.
And it just keeps getting worse.
It does.
Could it get worse? Yes.
Yeah.
Can.
And then he's got so much emotion in it, and it's just like he's about to break down and cry while he's singing it. And I'm thinking, God Almighty, I'd be crying too.
I know I got some examples just like that. And so I know where you're coming from there. It's
okay.
The worst of the worst. I'm going to start with the one I hate the most.
Okay.
Ever, period. And you know this. It's Love the One You're With by Stephen Stills.
And it's really not a love song.
Jesus, no. The song is, and I try to take it in context.
It's a song about infidelity.
Yeah, it's 1970. I guess it's a celebration of free love or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like this real dramatic kind of, with the kind of
celebratory
group chorus and all that. Yeah, it's like accept life and everything. And basically, your lover's not around you, where there's a girl next to you who's interested in something. So if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with.
Whether she likes it or not. Probably 1970. I could see that,
Well, he is at least telling his significant other that she can do the same, at least probably until he finds out about it.
Right. And then it's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's just so gross and sleazy. It's just.
I think of all of the.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All of the Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young personalities, Stephen Stills is my least favorite.
Yeah.
He wrote some really good songs.
wrote
He's
some
really
good songs.
talented. Yeah, no, that's not one of them. And you used this word long time ago. Chuck did, but when we were talking about it ages ago. It's the most cynical song in the world.
Yeah.
And it really is.
It is.
It's like, the summary is just like, well, you're not around, I'm going to screw somebody else.
Yeah.
I
really.
feel like screwing, and
That's it.
She's up for adventure, whoever this girl is. Yeah. And we'll get back together someday. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could be accepting of, polyamorous relationship or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's horrible. It shouldn't be constructed like this. It should be more of a winking and a nod and sexy music or something. Anyway, I just hate it. It's the first one I wrote down. I had to get it out of the way.
I think there's a power in the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Because my rule normally, I violated my rule for this episode.
Right.
But normally I don't look at the internet. When I hear the subject, I'll talk to my father-in-law because he's a treasure trove of good stuff. And Leslie and whoever else. But it's just whatever comes to mind. But I think there's a power to that. If Love the One You're With came up first just in your mind without even looking it up, that says something.
Yeah.
And to that matter, the one that first came to mind is "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't like that kind of sappy music.
Well, let's summarize that song. It's, you're dead, but I'm going to be fine. That's really all it is.
I'll remember you.
You drowned in the icy ocean, but I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for not climbing up on that huge door with plenty of room for you. Thanks for letting me have the whole door so I could have a spacious nap while you froze to death.
Yes.
I'm used to a king-size bed.
Yeah. I thought about that one too, and I don't like it, and I don't like her delivery. It doesn't feel genuine enough to me. It's more of a precise delivery than an emotional delivery.
I've been reading a book that's a series of interviews with different record producers, and one of them is Celine Dion's, handpicked. He's done nothing but her.
Right. And
just listening to the way he talks about her voice and the things that he has to do that has to be absolutely perfect,
right,
or she's just not going to work.
Right.
And it's just like, she's such a diva.
Right.
I can't stand that kind of attitude.
Right.
Well, yeah, that song, that was on my list, one of the tops on my list too. Just because it is just so, it's not a love song. It's a love song like The Greatest Love of All is a love song. I love myself a whole lot.
Right.
You're dead. I'll be okay.
Right. What's the song from Beaches? Wind Beneath My Wings.
That's another one.
That's on my list.
And thanks for being there for me.
Yeah, that's exactly. that's the summarize that song. That's exactly what it is.
That's on my list too.
I'm really great, and you helped.
I got a pair here that are kind of together, and it's just because I was thinking about them. And sometimes I just get hung up on the lyrics, and it's not about whether the song is good or not. I hate 3 Times a Lady. It's like, why are we doing math? It's like, it's Lionel Richie, the Commodores. It's a very beautifully executed song, I suppose. But, it's like, I don't know why we're doing that. And, he's your once, twice, 3 times a lady. And in the beginning, he sounds like he's kind of this morbid on a deathbed or something. And I was trying to look out, well, what is this supposed to be about? Because it's not clear. And someone said, well, it's, three aspects of the lady. She's a beautiful woman, and she's a caring woman, and she's, a loving woman, or she's a mother and a wife and a daughter. It's like, and none of that's apparent in the lyrics. He's just here once, twice, 3
Yeah, I
times,
never understood it.
Well, it kind of reminds me of, it's not the same, but the Wilson Pickett song, "I'm a Man and a Half." It's the other half that drives the ladies mad.
Well, that leads me to More Than a Woman with the Bee Gees. Again, we're doing math or something. You're greater than, lesser than, it's like, what does that mean? And this one started bothering me. And again, I think this is actually a good song. If I just heard it without listening to the lyrics, it's very catchy, great hook.
What song are we talking about?
More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that doesn't irritate me to death.
Well, you don't look at the lyrics. When you look at the lyrics, because they're talking about, it's kind of creepy, and I've got some creepy ones, but I've seen you growing every day. I never looked before. It's like already it's contradicting itself. I've been watching you grow up, but I've never looked at you before. It's like, well, which is it? And so you get the feeling that, okay, that's not something that another kid says about a kid. This is something an adult says about a kid, And these, the Bee Gees, I looked it up. They were, the twins were 28 and the older one was 31 at the time. And it's like, and there's this whole insecurity that I might lose you. I'm worried about losing you. I've watched you grow up and now I can't believe how, it's just like,
That sounds pretty creepy. I haven't really thought about it.
Bee Gees made my list with How Deep Is Your Love.
Okay. All right.
The song I just don't like. I don't like the Bee Gees.
That's hackneyed. Yeah, I mean, it's like.
I mean, I like the funky Bee Gees. I like jive talking. I like,
Right.
but I just, the sappy side of things.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's one of those that when it comes on, it's just like, oh, okay, and it suddenly becomes like elevator music. You know, it's just hold music or something.
Again, I like the construction. I like the, how deep is your love? And they have a little counter vocal going, how deep is your love? I really need to know. But it's like, why are you going like spelunking or something? What are we talking about here?
Do I need to bring a headlight?
Yeah.
Is he gonna make her prove that? Is that? I mean, I haven't thought about it.
I don't get.
Do I need to
How do you measure that? Right. Yeah, you need a yardstick, or is it by volume, like quarts or
How do you measure?
gallons
How do you
or
measure?
love?
I never thought about it as accusatory. I mean,
Yeah. Oh.
maybe her love is not deep enough. So,
Right.
I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to stay with you or not,
Well, it's
depending
just-
on how deep your love is.
Yeah.
It's just weird for a shallow song to be so concerned about deepness of love.
Yeah.
How's,
Go ahead.
how's about Puppy Love? Donny
I hadn't
Osmond.
even thought about that.
Oh, yeah.
That is
I mean, it's
horrible.
horrible. I would not want to hear it.
It's awful.
Oh, I forgot. I probably have hated that one longer than Sometimes When We Touch. It came out before that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Wayne.
That
You
is,
got
I mean,
this
it just, that
disgusting
just,
look
you
on
just
your face.
soured. It's like all of a sudden you opened like soured milk in the studio.
You said love songs we hate.
I know. God, I forgot about that one.
I don't remember anything beyond, and they call it puppy love. Again, that's I'm done. I'm out.
Oh,
So,
the way it's delivered, that little prepubescent voice,
Yeah.
just squeaking along.
yeah.
Oh, that's a horrible, horrible song.
My work here is done.
Oh, all right.
I've
We've
disgusted
really-
Wayne. Go ahead.
Okay, let me throw out another one from the 70s.
Okay.
Love Hurts by Nazareth. It sure as hell does. It hurts my ears every time that guy sings.
I thought about that one, and I thought, is this really a terrible song, or is it just one I don't connect to?
It's not the song because when
Right.
you hear Graham Parsons and Emmylou Harris do it, it's pretty. But when you hear I heard Nazareth do it first, and
Is it the voice? Or,
yes,
Yeah.
it's the voice, the way they deliver it is just.
That hackneyed rock star.
They wanted to hurt the listener, and they did.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think
Because it's a
when you-
beautiful Everly Brothers song.
Yeah, I mean, Felix and Boudleaux Bryant wrote it, and
Right.
they didn't write many bad songs, but God Almighty, when you hear Nazareth,
maybe
do
they
it-
didn't even write a bad song. It's just
Nazareth made
Yeah.
it bad.
It's a terrible song.
Yeah, and I mean, I used to think Nazareth was okay, and that came on the radio. It's like, God Almighty, I hate this. I mean, this is like, this is the days of 8-tracks in the 70s, and you're riding along with a radio on, and all of a sudden, 8-track.
Right.
And the song fades out halfway through and then clicks to
No,
the next.
whatever it was. Whatever I was listening to on 8-track was better than the radio.
I was just bagging on 8-tracks.
Yeah, oh, they were terrible.
How about Loving You by Minnie Riperton?
It's weird enough. Again, I don't like it, and the second or third time she does that
little mouth
spike-
squeak thing.
Yeah, but it's just weird enough that I don't hate it, but I can't see
I
myself.
wouldn't pick it out to listen to.
I would no.
I just wonder if anybody who had that album had a dog in the house, because it
Not for
had.
long.
No, I know it had to hurt their ears so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, when she hits that high note, it hurts my ears, and dogs have got to be going crazy because it hurts
When
them.
she does the whole build up too, it's like la 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 la.
Yeah,
la,
it keeps
la,
getting
la,
higher,
la,
and
la,
then-
la, la, la.
And when she hits that,
Then something I won't even try to replicate.
no, it's beyond.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If that's what loving you makes.
Put
it a-
Spade to Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that she can hit those notes, and
Yeah.
she can. I mean, she nails it. She's a hell of a singer.
I got a Mariah Carey thing to talk about.
Okay,
here
good.
in a bit. So,
But it's another case, though, of just because you can doesn't mean you should.
right.
Yeah.
Just because you
Yeah.
can hit those notes don't mean you should. You
Did
ought
she
to hit
have
them.
any other hits, Minnie Riperton?
Oh, seems like she had something else, but nothing as big as that. That was her defining.
Isn't her daughter like a famous?
Her
actress?
daughter is
Maya Rudolph.
yes,
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, you never know. And Maya Rudolph does
She's
skits
amazingly
and stuff.
musical
Yeah,
talented.
and she sings in her stuff. She does.
Yeah, I mean, I really like and I don't dislike Minnie Riperton.
Right.
It's just
She has
I just
have
don't
a-
like that song.
Yeah, she's got a range. It's just, is that what she should have done with
There's
it?
something about the way it's produced. It's all really up close in your face, and there's like no space to it. It's almost
She's
like
screaming at you.
it's almost like she's it's like cloying, and it's just right in your face.
it hurts.
Well, cloying to me, Take My Breath Away, Berlin. I hate it mainly because it's Berlin, and Berlin was like this kind of edgy, kind of pop band, and they did the Metro, and they did Sex. They did this perverse song, and
Right.
and what No More Words. They had other good hits, and when I hear them doing this just cloying song for the Top Gun soundtrack. Now, they made a ton of money off of it, and that's the only hit they ever needed to have. And I don't know why, again, I get hung up in the lyrics. I don't know why everything's in slow motion. She's always like, watching in slow motion. Why is this in slow motion? And I don't know. I just hate it. But again, it's not just the song itself. It's the fact that a band that I really like that's done so much other quality
It's
music.
just your disappointment.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, it's like, I'm glad you made the money. Don't do that song again,
Well, on that same category, how about Silly Love Songs by Paul
Yeah,
McCartney?
I have that
That's
one.
on
I
my
actually have
list.
that one.
As much as loath as I am to diss Paul McCartney.
Oh, me too.
The greatest artist who wrote some of the best and worst songs of all
Yeah.
time.
Well, I almost didn't include it because I really do like the round that they do at the end. I mean, he's just a melodic and harmonic genius.
But he sings, "What's wrong with that? I'd like to know."
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, it sucks.
Well, this was even sillier than the love song they're singing about.
Yeah.
It's like the other silly love songs had a higher bar that they wrote. This
Well,
is just
sure.
like-
You know the old joke.
what's that?
When did Paul McCartney write Silly Love Songs?
Oh, from his first
1960
song. Yeah,
to the
yeah.
present. Yeah.
Now, I'm not agreeing with that.
I know, I
I'm
love
quite
Paul
fond of
McCartney.
Paul,
He's-
but
I do
that
too.
was a big bomb.
Well, and another one that I'm loath to say, but I just called to say I love you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see
Yeah,
High Fidelity, the movie, where the dad comes into the store and says, I want to buy a copy of I Just Called to Say I Love You for my daughter's birthday. And the guy goes, no. Do you even know your daughter? It just goes on a tirade about what a shitty song that is.
Well, I have a theory about that one. And
Oh,
that
okay.
is, he also did "You're the Sunshine of My Life,"
Which is
in my
gorgeous.
life, which is a great song, and
Yeah.
that was in '72. And it was such an endearing, charismatic song, and it just made you feel good. It was just kind of a simple.
My Cherie Amour, beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
I think he came around 10 years later and said, "I'm going to have to do another one of those." It really felt like he was trying to replicate "Sunshine of My Life," and he just did this knockoff, and it's just like, oh, you just called to say I love you, and then you're writing a song about it, and you're trying to.
Well, it was for a movie, wasn't it? Wasn't it originally
Yes.
a movie?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I don't remember what
Some
movie.
movie I didn't see too. I'm sure.
Yeah, and they were writing a lot of crappy songs that could go in movies at the time. And I mean, people as great as Stevie Wonder.
It's good at the cash box.
So you all like "You're the Sunshine of My Life"?
Oh yeah, it's a great song.
And they're very similar in that both of them are kind of vacuous, but one of them just feels so genuine, and the other one just sounds so disingenuous.
But with Stevie Wonder, I mean, that's kind of the thing. He was pretty much just, perfect all the way up until about 1975.
Okay.
He couldn't do anything wrong. Right. And then he started releasing a lot of sappy stuff like that. And it's just like, really, Stevie? I know the Bucks are good, but, come on. But other artists did the same thing. I mean, there was.
It seems like most of these sappy love songs happened in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah, well,
Like When I Need You by Leo Sayer.
that's a pretty irritating song,
Yeah.
too.
Man.
And, the sentiment on that song is actually pretty good. But it's just delivered in such a way that, I mean, and I like a lot of Leo Sayer stuff, but that one is just like, that makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
Yeah. And it just, the pace is like, God, get it over with. Don't drag this out.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I've got something in the oven. Let's get this done.
Well, all right. Talk about, here's another one from the 70s that just, the universe, I think most people think it sucks. Feelings by Morris Albert. Remember that?
I forgot about that. Yes.
Oh, well,
Oh my God.
life has been
it's
merciful if
awful.
you'd forgotten about it.
Is that the whoa, whoa, whoa?
Oh,
song?
yeah. Feelings, oh, feelings. It's like, oh God.
I don't know any. What are the other lyrics? I don't even know.
God, I can't remember now.
You don't need to know.
Right.
It's like, whatever you're feeling, I don't want to feel it. And please, God, don't
whatever you're
hear it.
feeling that makes you make that sound.
While we're dwelling in the 70s, I got to get this one out.
Okay.
By the way. That's Muskrat Love by Captain Tennille.
You know, now, I got to say something. I mean,
Okay.
I Captain Tennille's version, I like.
Yeah, no, it was a cover.
It was well, it's,
Go ahead.
Willis Allen Ramsey wrote that. And he was like this weird kind of Texas singer-songwriter. He released one album that became like this legendary album, and it's on there.
Okay.
And you hear him do it, and it's kind of cute. It's
Right.
but it's very low key. It's not the cute cloying thing that Captain Tennille turned it into.
Yeah, I just thought this was some Quaalude-induced cover or something like that. I mean, it's just so awful. And they were good pop. I mean, Shop Around was, I actually thought, a really great song. Love Will Keep Us Together. It was
That
overplayed.
one, Love Will Keep Us Together, made my list.
Really?
Did it? I was going to say, it was overplayed, but I thought it was better than Muskrat Love, though. I mean, we're talking about rats. And just
Well, they're
the
not
whole-
exactly rats. They're close.
Well, yeah, but when they're courting each other and you get the little sound effects, it's like, seriously, they're on something. This is like, wait. It's not even just like looking at animals and thinking how sweet, And then their names were Susie and Sam.
Yeah.
I mean,
How much thought went
I'm
into
really
that?
worried about them.
Well, he wrote some really, really good songs. It's terrible that that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he got some bucks, I guess.
Yeah.
How about I Love by Tom T. Hall?
Well, we used to make a lot of fun of that one.
I mean, it's a kid's song, but still, it's
Yeah.
just, and his voice is like, I love. I mean, it's just,
Well, I mean, I got a real soft spot for Tom T. Hall. I really
do
like
too.
a lot of his music,
I
but
think he was universally loved by everyone in the country music industry.
yeah, but that song is pretty irritating. I'll give you that.
I'm glad I don't know it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, when you mentioned Lionel Richie, I have Endless Love with Diana Ross and Lionel
Yeah.
Richie.
yeah, it's pretty. It
bad,
is.
yeah.
It is endless. It seems like it goes on forever.
And both of them have done great work.
Oh, yeah.
They have.
Again,
Mad
it's
respect for both of them.
disappointing to hear, two great artists. They're getting together to
Get
do
together
a song.
and lay a
And
turd
that's what
like
they came
that.
up with.
Oh, I got one for you.
Okay.
Tonight, I Celebrate My Love by Peebo Bryson and
Yeah.
Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
That's a summary of that.
Again,
Is
Roberta Flack in that.
I know. Yep, we're gonna have sex tonight, but we're gonna bring in a circus troupe and a children's choir. What is it gonna
We're
be?
celebrating.
Yeah, what's it gonna take? I mean, it's that one is really irritating to me,
It's pretty bad.
and and I'm always picturing what they're gonna do. I don't really want to.
I can't get that image out.
Again, that's one I hear. Tonight I celebrate my love with you, and that's all I know of the song.
Yeah.
I have a great ability to shut it all the way down.
Well,
Not
that
hear
as
the
you
rest of
should,
it. Yeah.
because it's a terrible song.
Yep.
Here's another 70s one. I'd Really Love to See You Tonight by England Dan and John Ford Coley.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I'm not fond of it.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that England Dan was Dan Seals, who's the brother of Seals and Croft.
That's right. Dash was Jim Seals and Dash Cross. Yeah, Jim Seals is. But yeah, that's a pretty bad one too.
I think we had a lot of bad 80s songs too, and I'm going to hit it. Foreigner, I Want to Know What Love Is.
That's on my list.
That's on my list.
I think the construction of the song is sound. It's got a lot of drama in it and everything. But the thing that bothers me most about this is the lyrics, because one, he's like 35 years old, and this is what the rockers did in the 70s and 80s.
Uh-huh.
They're like, I'm just a little boy, when they're doing the love songs,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, you're 40, stop it, but he's talking about. He's been looking for love, and then he's saying that he's hiding from love, and love found him, and he needs to know what it is, but he's been in relationships before. It's like, what the hell? Get your shit together and get a continuity in your song. And,
Apparently, there was a big disagreement in the band Foreigner about that song.
Really?
oh, really?
Yeah, and Lou Gramm, the singer, really loved
Yeah.
it, but the other guys were like, "This is not our image. We're a rock and roll band." And
That's
Well,
very
we used
accurate.
to change the lyrics. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to know what love is. I want you to blow me.
should I get out the piece of paper?
I didn't say that. Well,
I know. Yeah,
the whole
you kind of
thing.
did. But anyway, moving on.
oh, for goodness sakes.
Pretty much anything from Journey, but especially Open Arms. I God.
Oh, and Oh Sherry too. Come
Yeah.
on, both of
Oh,
those.
yeah, that's
they're
pretty terrible.
They're pretty
Yeah.
equal.
It's him, and again, lyrics are the bothering part. And I'm not a fan of their schmaltz anyway. But when Steve Perry's bellowing at me, I really can't take it. But this song, he's talking about early on. He's talking about feeling you heartbeat with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. And it's like, is she telling him that he's so sincere and he's using that as a lyric in the thing? Or she's whispering to him so he feels like she's so sincere? It's like, again, let's be clear with what we're saying. And they just get vague. And I think this is getting to my bigger point. I think that for all the power that rock bands had and everything, they really fumbled all the time with the love songs. So it wasn't their wheelhouse, and they weren't comfortable. And you could find great like country love songs, R&B love songs, pop love songs, I would say. And I do think, I know I've said this before, but at least as far as expressing love and the complications of love, I feel like women talk more comfortably and more complicatedly than men do. And you get these men who are used to being in rock bands. I know there are exceptions, and don't even start with that. I'm talking about a generalization. Your anecdotal exception will not negate my generalization. But anyway,
I have been admonished.
You have been admonished. I cut you off at the pass. Well, you caught me
Sit
off
down
guard.
and shut up.
Yeah, you caught me off guard the last 2 or 3 times. That's not going to happen this time.
See, this is what we're here for.
I am right. But I just think it's just that's just not the mode that these guys are usually in. And when they do a love song, it just sounds especially clunky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like what was that band in the '80s that all that love?
Well, it sounds like a bunch of them through the 80s.
No,
Yeah.
everything else they did was like hard rock, and they did that one song, and it rocketed into the sky.
Extreme?
The Extreme.
Oh,
yeah.
Extreme. Yeah, that's also on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I said
It's like they don't have any business doing a song like that.
Yeah, no, they don't. No, they don't. I said they went from a terrible hard rock band to a terrible acoustic band.
Extreme.
And it was kind of embraced as radical. It's like, how cool these guys are doing. It's like, get a clue.
But that was
not
the thing
extreme.
about all those bands. Back in the 80s when you get the hair metal stuff coming in, it's like you had all these hard rock bands, but they had to have that tender love ballad.
Yeah.
Every rose has its thorn.
That's on my list. I hate that song.
I hate it too.
That song is so irritating.
I just hate the whole hair metal genre. I never got into it.
Yeah.
It's just, it became so anthemic for people, and
Yeah.
it's just like, turn this shit off.
Yeah.
It was terrible. But everyone did it.
Yeah. I'm going to say, Whitesnake, Is This Love? That actually sounds like a parody of a love song. If you listen to it, I could just see it in like an airplane or something, and like this man, again, like pushing 40, is like, is this love? It's like, I don't know, just the lyrics, the music, the little growing synths is like...
Everybody always used to call David Coverdale David Cover Version.
Yeah, well, that's what it sounds
Because
like.
he's just trying to be Robert Plant.
Well, but again, I mean, this just sounds like something that someone did sarcastically or something.
Yeah.
Well, okay, how about Air Supply?
Okay.
All Out of Love.
You name it, yeah.
It's like
so
you're
lost without you.
You're all out of love, but you're never out of breath, and you're wearing me the hell out. Honest to God, I mean, and those are such nice guys. I've interviewed them before. They're so nice, and every one of their songs, I just think, God, get this over with.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Did they do Afternoon Delight?
No, that was Starland Vocal Band.
Starland Vocal Band.
That's not really about love. That's just
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it,
With guitars going.
I got respect. I got respect for the sex songs,
Yeah, but I'll tell you, everything about Air Supply, and like I said, nice guys. I appreciate their musicianship, but it's always just...
Use it to write a good song.
Yeah, write a good song, and you don't have to hold the notes forever. I mean, I know that's a talent, but you're wearing me out.
Yeah. I'm loving this. The Beth by Kiss,
I hate that one, too.
1976.
I know.
And that one...
Again, they had no business doing
Well,
that.
the thing is, I've read up on it because it's like, I don't know. I just know it's a crap song. And I was reading about it, and Peter Criss wrote it as snide put down of the wife of someone either in the band or with the band.
No, I didn't know that. I knew he wrote it.
It was based on a real woman who was just like, just always bothering the guy in the band, or I don't remember who it was, and her name wasn't Beth, but anyway, and he wrote it just as a critical song. I thought, if they had done it as a snide song, I'd have more respect for it. It'd probably be more fun. But instead, they turned it into a serious, just garbage truck of a song. And if your name is Beth, and you love your husband of 50 years, and that song was your song, I have great respect for that, and I'm glad you enjoyed that song.
But there's a whole subgenre of love songs from the guy on the road writing to the woman, you know, and there's hardly any of them that are any good.
Well, I almost had respect for it when it was just written kind of as a, sarcastic, leave us alone. We're busy.
We're trying to make the rock.
Yeah.
I love you, but get off the phone.
Don't call me every hour, for God's sake. We're in sound check,
Oh, Lord. Well,
how about I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family?
No, don't be dissing the Partridge Family.
Why? You got skin in the game?
I like that song. I like the Partridge Family. We talked about Sunshine Pop a while back, John.
We did.
And I generally like Sunshine Pop.
And, it's a stupid little song, but it's catchy. To me, it's unoffensive. I just kind of like, oh, yeah, all right.
Well, I kind of made an exception. I thought, well, I could just do all boy band songs.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of them.
And I was looking at them, and it's like, well, you figure, one, these guys can usually sing.
Yeah.
Vocal bands, they can usually sing.
Yeah.
And
First thing they're looking for.
Yeah, and they do have good hooks. They're trying to get... They're shallow as can be, but, you're thinking these guys are almost teenagers or whatever,
right.
And then their fans are teenagers and preteens, and how mature do you want a love song in that situation? And so I kind of started backing off. I did hate I Swear by All For One.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
pretty bad.
swear. Yeah. And it's probably because, what is the line? Like, I'll love you with every beat of my heart. It's like, God. It's like,
the most...
drop the cliches.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing about I Swear, that was 1994. And it was, Ryan Reynolds was in the movie Just Friends. I don't know if you remember that. But he was traumatized, and they had a flashback to him singing along to that song when he was in high school, and they had him in a fat suit and they had fake braces, and he was singing it to a mirror, and it kind of it was silly and offensive and everything, but it was just really draining the hokum out of the song, and it kind of defined why he was so awkward with women and everything as an older guy. But yeah, that one just like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trash this one. But most of the boy bands, I guess bubblegum pop, it's like they had a purpose.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I want to hear them.
They weren't claiming to be the deepest thing in the world.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. I guess
It's just
that's
entertainment for teenage girls, really.
It's so much harder to it's just so much harder to hear a band you like or who has established respect in some other way, and then they just devolve into just the worst songs.
Well, so many of those teenage type bands and the teenage theme things, it's like they're in a formula, and they're not just so blatantly stupid,
Right.
that they don't stand out. I mean, all these we've talked about, it's just like there's something about the lyrics or the performance where it is really irritating.
Right. And I think it's because, like I say, they're kind of out of their element.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing badass rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, blah, blah, blah. And then I love you so much, and I'm lost without you. And can you show me what love is? Can you show me what love is? And you're 40 years old. It's like,
Yeah.
where have you been the last 25 years?
If you don't know by now,
Yeah.
you ain't getting it.
I feel bad for all the women that crossed your path the past 25 years.
All right. Well, I've got something fairly recent.
Okay.
The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know it.
Well,
I consider myself lucky, I guess.
lyrically, you're just, I mean, it's kind of rapped, really. But he talks about them going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and eating all they can, and talked for hours about the sweet and sour.
Right.
And it's like, if you like the shape of her, good, because you're going to get a whole lot more of it.
She's going to get more shapely if you keep eating like that.
You're both going to be very shapely.
I'm surprised there's not like, a line about rolling her in dough. And,
Yeah.
But then he has another line about how, she spent the night and the sheets smell like her. They smell like that buffet. That's why you like her.
Fries and pizza.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Well, I agree. I mean, Ed Sheeran is a hack. You know, I mean, let's just put it out there. He's a hack, and his songwriting, sometimes it's catchy enough, and I've heard some of his songs that are like, oh, that's pretty good and that's pretty clever. But to me, the worst one is Perfect.
Yeah.
But it's, I guess it's neck and neck, Shape of You and Perfect. But Perfect is just, it's so vacuous and boring, I just can't ever get through it. And I've had to review him, so I've had to force myself to sit through it. Well, and some of his songs are okay.
And he seems like a nice guy.
Seems like a nice guy.
You know, I hate, that's one of the things when we were, when I was reviewing shows, and I would write a review that was just like, this group put on the terrible show, blah, blah, blah. And I remember one particular group, I don't want to say who they were, but I wrote a really negative review. They were nice to me on the phone. Right. And then I go out walking to my car, and there they are out in front of their bus talking to their fans and hanging out. And I just thought, you are such, to myself, you are just such a shit. You know?
Dude, you told me who they were too, but I can't remember it. I'm not going to bring it up.
But I mean, such nice guys. Yeah. And it was
it's hard. It's hard to hate on someone who's just a likable person.
Yeah. And their album was okay.
But we're nasty enough that we can do it.
Yeah. But their albums were okay. But then, their show was just so incredibly boring. And they had some love songs too. But none of them showed up on my list.
That's good. That's good.
How about The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News?
Oh.
Is it? Yeah, I mean,
I just don't like Huey Lewis and the News. It's just so bland and.
See, I like some Huey Lewis, but that's another one. It's just like it comes on. It's like, oh yeah, I really don't need to hear this again.
The first became aware of Huey Lewis and the News was the one about Do You Believe in Love?
Yeah,
and it's got those great vocal harmonies, and I like that. But
I like I Want a New Drug.
Yeah,
even one that does what it should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the one that the Ghostbusters song stole from.
Yeah, well, yeah, they did. Yeah, now that you mention it, I think they had that. What we've talked about this before, the sports album. I think we liked it. Yeah. And their next one was bigger. And
is that the one that has "Hip to Be Square" on it?
No, that was the follow-up.
That's an awful song.
When they were doing "Hip to Be Square" and just all of those songs were just
sports is a pretty
it may not
good
be
album.
Cool, but I love you, and just
Yeah, but overall,
I like Huey Lewis himself. He's done some acting.
And I mean, he seems like
nice people.
Apparently, a nice guy,
super nice guy. We know somebody that opened the show for him and talked about what a great guy he was to hang out with.
Well, my wife and her girlfriends got tickets to go see him. It was a benefit for a charity or something, and they all remarked on how endowed he was.
Huey Lewis?
What kind of show was it?
He was wearing very tight trousers.
That's what he was in the Chippendales at some point? Or?
No, but they said he was built like a man and a half.
Oh, okay, well, all right.
So he's got that going for him.
Was he more than a woman? More than two women? Well, we got to throw old creepy Sting out there. Every Breath You Take, we've talked about that before. Yeah. Stalker song, same thing. Don't Stand So Close to Me, like a teacher crushing on an underage girl.
Yeah.
I hate the Can't You See You Belong to Me in the middle of Every Breath You Take.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they both sound great.
Yeah. The music's fine.
They both sound great, and I like his voice, but
he's not a good lyricist.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't think the lyrics are bad. They're just creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think they're intentionally creepy. I think he intended that.
Yeah.
And especially Don't Stand So Close to Me. That is absolutely, he intended that to be creepy.
For sure, yeah.
Okay. I've just never been really impressed with his lyrics.
I think he can write some good lyrics. I mean, I'm not a huge Sting fan, but I mean, I think that some of those, those in particular, they're not love songs.
No.
Yeah. They're creepy, but I think he meant them to be creepy.
People think, especially, I think Don't Stand So Close to Me is a little more blatant.
That was fairly obvious.
Yeah. But I think Every Breath You Take, people who aren't listening to the lyrics, like, he's going to be watching me every breath I take. And
every shower I take.
So when you're in the bathroom, he's going to be watching you.
He's like Santa Claus or God there, But, man.
How about If You Leave Me Now by Chicago?
So I don't hate that one.
The whole Peter Cetera Chicago, I got no time for that.
So I like Peter Cetera. And I think...
it's just smarmy.
It's smarmy and it's formulaic, but I think they had an okay formula. I mean, it's not like I put that on. But when it comes on the radio, I don't immediately turn it off like everything else that we've talked about so far.
I got Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams, 1991.
I almost wrote that one down.
Yeah, it's overplayed, and I was listening to it again. I thought, am I really going to use this one? Is it really that bad? Maybe I'm just... And as it went along, I wrote down that it loses flavor as fast as fruit stripe gum. And by the time I got to it, it's like, yes, it's awful. It's awful. I don't want to hear it again. So it's like has a good premise and a good foundation, and then just like dissolves as it goes.
Yeah, Bryan Adams is... There's not a whole lot I've liked by him, but, the Summer of '69 song.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And
Played it till my fingers bled.
he basically needed some publicity later on and said that it was about a sexual act. And that's what he told me, but I thought, oh my gosh, he's come out and said this stuff to me, and then he said it to about 50 other people in the same week.
Yeah. Oh. Wasn't breaking news.
The one good thing about him is that it pisses Ryan Adams off when people request his songs, because I think Ryan Adams is a twit.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good songwriter in search of an editor.
He's a producer too. I mean, he's like produced.
He's done all sorts of stuff, but he's pretty creepy. I mean, and Gold is a great album.
What was the band? He was in a band.
Yeah, it'll come to me in a minute.
16 Days.
Yeah, they were a good band, and he can be a good songwriter, but it's like not everything he writes is great, but he seems to think it is.
But yes, that, and then the fact that he's like he takes on young women and says he's going to produce them and just basically sexually harasses them and then doesn't follow through on what he says he's going to do.
Is this true?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is very well documented.
Who was the
Mandy
Moore.
Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore?
Yes.
He did that to Mandy Moore?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and
she's great.
Yeah.
And but it's funny because
she's a good actress.
When Taylor Swift did the 1989 album, he he did all those songs. And he did a really good job on all those. He did his own 1989 album.
Doing hers, okay.
Yeah, he was covering all her songs.
Right.
And did a really good job. But I always thought, he's got an ulterior motive for this. I mean, this is a little creepy.
So he did Blank Space and
He did everything off of that.
Wow. Okay.
And, I listened to it online. It was like, yeah, he's doing a good version. He could be a great artist. But then I always wondered, okay, what's really behind this?
The creep gets in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to go back to the 70, 78, 79, I don't remember. Reunited by Peaches and Herb. I remember just violently reacting to that. and they did Shake Your Groove thing. I know you wouldn't like that, but as far as dance songs go, it's so they're not talentless. But that one, and I was looking, it's like the lyrics are so just... The breakup we had has made me lonesome and sad. It's like, sitting and lonesome and sad and unhappy.
Moon, June.
And depressed. And
Rain, Brain.
Yeah.
Any of these obvious rhymes.
Yeah. So I don't feel like they have a deep connection if they're... Anyway, I just hated it.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you like Ashford and Simpson better?
I don't know. Did they do Solid as a Rock?
I think they did. I think that was one of theirs.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, of course, I liked everything better than Reunited. I mean,
Reunited's pretty lame.
Yeah, horrible.
But it feels so good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it does. They need to break up and stay broken up. They were better off without each other.
I thought I was mean. You're way meaner than me.
Yeah, I guess I am. This is one that I actually like the song, and I get the sentiment, but there's just something about it. It's Friday, I'm in Love by the
Cure?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's just, I hate that. It's that line. It's like, Thursdays I don't care about you, but Friday I'm in love. And I know it's a joke, and I know it's working for the weekend and all that stuff, but I thought, if she's not good enough for you on Thursday, she shouldn't be wasting her time on Friday with you.
I never took that song that seriously.
No,
I mean,
I
like it.
I don't think it was meant to, but it's just like, oh, Chuck, get over it. It's a fun song. And you like the band, and he's funny, and but
well, I just got your Olivia Rodrigo live at Glastonbury, and
so you heard them?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great album, and it's fun hearing Robert Smith sing with her.
Yeah. She loves singing. She just. I told you she did a cover of "You're So Vain" by Carly Simon. It was some presentation for her, and she was so excited. Even though she did the song well and everything, she was just smiling the whole time. And it was this weird kind of, you've got this young, pretty woman just smiling ear to ear, singing "You're So Vain." And she said, she's just like so thrilled to actually be singing that song.
Well, I love that she has respect for
Oh yeah,
the past.
big time. Yeah.
But I think she does a great job on Friday I'm in Love, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's, yeah, that song has never bothered me.
Right. Well, it bothered me for whatever reason. I'm going with it, you know.
Well, you know, it's funny because there were a lot of new wave punk era type songs that the love is very cynical. Even
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I was trying to find. It's like, why do I keep coming back to these? It's like I always have women all over everything. It's like I'm just really beaten up on white rock bands from the 70s and 80s, and why is that? You know, and it's not just men, because some R&B songs, it's not old rock, and Beatles, Beach Boys, Elvis even, they did emotional love songs.
Yeah.
And it's not more recent men either, but it's just the 70s and 80s dudes, they just were awful.
Yeah, a lot of them really were. I mean, even the songs I really like, you know, Pretty in Pink. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a pretty cynical song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this girl that they're singing about. I mean, it's like such a third person thing that they're singing about her. It's like, it's, you know, Pretty in Pink means, I didn't realize it meant naked.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
That either.
Yeah, well,
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, isn't she pretty naked? And it's like, it's just.
Well, I don't like that song now.
Well, it's very dark. I mean, the way he's talking about her, there's some love and appreciation.
Was Molly Ringwald ever wearing pink in that movie? Was Molly Ringwald ever wearing pink in that movie?
I don't know. I remember it before I saw the movie. It was a hit before it was.
I wonder when they made the movie and they had the title, if they knew.
I don't know. But
that's
yeah, I mean,
interesting.
the song was around a long time before the movie came out.
Yeah.
They re-recorded it for the movie and made
Right.
it weirdly softer.
Screwed it up. Yeah.
But yeah.
You're Beautiful by James Blunt. Holy cow. Do you like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, he's got this high, screechy crow voice. And so it's bad enough. He just and I forget. I think it was
Who's the artist?
James Blunt.
Is
And
this,
it was
is
like
this
his
a
big
newer
yeah,
thing?
it was from 2004.
Okay, that's why.
And
I
I hate that high, screeching voice of his, and he's going, "You're beautiful."
Well, it's one of the most singularly depressing songs ever written.
It's terrible. Yeah, because he's talking about just seeing a woman on the subway.
Right.
And he's instantly obsessed with her.
Right.
And then he's just screaming, "You're beautiful, you're beautiful." She's with another man.
Yeah, but he sounds
doesn't
suicidal.
even know her. Huh?
He sounds suicidal.
Yeah. And in the video, he's like taking his clothes off, and
He's pink.
yeah. Pinkish gray, I
becomes-
think. I think there's some color that shouldn't be. That's on him.
God, gray. Yeah, that's.
And people loved it. They loved it. So he's like instantly, he had a sting moment. He was obsessed. But just a woman he saw, a stranger woman that he didn't even know. She's
Right,
on a
saw
subway with a dude, and
he sounds
goes
pathetic.
insane.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like, this is a very pathetic guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand having sympathy for him because he is so like.
Well, people that just totally went over everyone's head. You know, they were just like, "Oh, what a great! He's so enamored of this woman's beauty." And
It's weird.
People just they just barely touch down when they're
And if
hearing
that's
these
the
love
only
songs.
thing that you're attracted to, then that's
Ew, I know.
Well, but that is an interesting thing. I mean, because that used to be the whole love at first sight thing, this whole trope that people had.
Yeah.
And that used to be in songs a lot more than it is now.
Yeah.
But in this one, I think we see how pathetic it is.
Yeah. I don't know how he intended it. And he went on to do more music and stuff, but that was just such a big breakout hit, and it basically defined him.
Yeah, and I mean, there's something about, the delivery of it, other than all the high screechy stuff. I was into it,
Right.
But then you start listening to the lyrics, and it's like, this guy's just really sad.
I don't need this.
I think he's going to go home and kill himself because
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah. Yeah.
this is all he has is the woman on the subway.
Yeah. Who never spoke to him.
Yeah.
And had another guy. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, terrible. Roxette, Listen to Your Heart. Again, this Swedish group, I liked them, and they had It Must Have Been Love, which I thought was actually an okay song. It must have been love, but it's over now, and it's emotional, but it should be emotional. It's hitting the right notes. And then they did, Joyride and The Look, So they have like rock and pop and all that stuff going on, but something about Listen to Your Heart is like she's singing to somebody, maybe a friend who's in a relationship that's tearing her apart, and breaking her down. And she's saying, listen to your heart. And it almost sounds from the context of the lyrics that she's saying, stay with the guy. Just stay with the guy. And it's like, you can't be intending. It's vague advice. It's like, just say, get the hell away from this. This is bad news for you. So it's just odd. And it was kind of void. There's just something wrong with that song, as opposed to their other songs, which were perfectly fine rock pop fodder.
Well, but that is like we said before. I mean, it's the ones that disappoint you that are the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah. It's kind of like Berlin, doing all those
Paul
great
McCartney.
songs they've done. Yeah, or Paul McCartney. Yeah, that was especially painful.
I think it's easier to find love songs you hate. I think maybe we ought to do one on
I know.
love songs you love.
I know. I hate all the ones that both of you have brought up just about, and so.
Well, we did one that
We did.
our
Yeah,
favorite
we
love
did a
songs.
great love songs last Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've erased that from my memory.
Yeah.
yeah, and there's tons of great love songs.
Yeah.
But the ones that work are the ones that either are saying the same thing in a different way that's creative and makes you think about it differently, or the ones who give you a perspective that you really haven't thought of before. I mean, Chuck brought up your song by Elton John.
Yeah.
And it's like there's nothing special about that sentiment,
Right.
But it's like delivered so well. The lyrics
yeah.
are so perfect.
Yeah.
That it's like, yeah, I feel this.
Yeah.
And none of these, I mean, what I feel is not love when I hear them.
Well, I was
Revulsion.
mentioned.
Yeah.
I mentioned Mariah Carey. I did want to come back to her because I'm a bigger fan of hers than you are, and
Oh, yeah, you
probably
would have to be.
Well, yeah, but no, the interesting.
If you
thing,
know any of her songs, you're a bigger fan than I am.
yeah, but no, I mean, I think she's good. I like her voice. I think she does have personality in songs. Her very first hit was "Vision of Love" when she was a teenager, and it was a very powerful song and very moving. And then she had fun love songs. She had one called "Dream Lover," and she had one "Fantasy." That's the one with the Tom Tom Club song. Very playful songs. And then she did this song called "We Belong Together," kind of in the middle of it all. She'd been out for like 15 years. This song is completely flat and colorless. I mean, and she doesn't do any of the vocal tricks. And I thought, I wonder if Wayne would like this one because he doesn't like her vocal tricks. But it's just it's so bizarre. And I was listening to it again because I thought, I don't ever remember this song very much. And I've reviewed like every album she's done, and every time I hear it, I'm like, this song is just
One of these
Flatline.
things doesn't belong here.
yeah.
I can't
and
remember
they
that
didn't
song.
do any. They didn't have anything fun with it. I mean, it was a more serious song because I think she's been broken up with or whatever. But it's just like shockingly void for someone who usually has too much in all of her songs.
It's not a remake of the old 50s song. You're mine and we belong together. We belong together.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
That was the Fleetwoods. I like that song. That was actually, I think, early 60s.
Okay.
59 or 60.
Either way, I
Fleetwood
wouldn't remember.
Sabbath Overdrive. That was a band name I came up with. Fleetwood Sabbath Overdrive.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw.
I don't remember that.
It's every cliched country trope together. When he's a little boy, he doesn't want they're going to go fishing or whatever. Don't take the girl, don't bring the girl, and then later on he gets with the girl, and the girl's about to die in the hospital, and he's praying to God, don't take the girl. And it is just like, oh, please, come on.
I got to throw a tribute to Kelsey Ballerini, who was a former Knoxvillian, went to high school here and everything. She's a big country star. She's got, I don't know if you've ever heard her song, but it's I Hate Love Songs.
I don't know that one.
And she does talk about she hates love songs, and she goes through all the cliches. She goes, I hate love songs, but I love you. But then she goes back to I hate this, and I hate that, and it's like, that's a pretty cool song. It's a good way to handle that.
Well, I Love It has a great song called I Love Everybody, but Especially You. It is so perfect because it is like, it just gets to that whole insincerity of I love everybody. It's just like, but it's perfect.
Yeah. I want to throw one more out here, and that's Amanda by Boston. And the reason is, this is more personal. I mean, it's a terrible song. It's just like the everything. The vocals are stupid, and the feelings are all prepubescent, and like junior high poetry. There's nothing good about this song.
Right.
But when I hear it, it's from 1986, and it reminds me of what I went through when I liked the the pop music and stuff like that, and how rock fans of bands like Boston would look at me like, oh, you just like this shallow kind of stuff. And then their bands are doing worse than anybody when they do the love songs. I thought, I let them make me feel like my tastes were inferior somehow when they're listening to absolute garbage and talking about how, what I like, which is actually much deeper. It's like, well, have you ever listened to these songs by this band? Like Blondie.
Yeah.
Guys who always had the Boston T-shirts or whatever, they didn't give Blondie any sincere, or the Pretenders even. It's like, have you ever listened to their songs? Have you ever read their lyrics? Because what I'm looking at here out of Boston is just crap, and I don't know how. So anyway.
I'm not a Boston fan, because basically lyrically they hated them.
Yeah.
Lyrics are not that great, but instrumentally and how they were recorded, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
But it always made me think I must be missing something with the bands that these other friends of mine love so much. I just listen like I don't get it. I don't feel it, and I feel like I like my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, but it's funny because like we talked about, one of my favorite bands is the Kinks, if not my favorite band. They hardly have any real love songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Blondie never had any love songs. People were surprised at it. She wasn't some sap. She really had kind of a male mentality because she would yell and be sarcastic and all that stuff and be sexual, but she didn't really do "I love you,"
Yeah, and I mean, Chrissy Hynde didn't do too many. I mean, she did a few.
No. She did "Stand by You."
Yeah.
Or me. And, what was it? She did Human later on. But yeah, I mean, that's
She's
where I'm going to rip your head off your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, on that subject, one of my favorite non-love songs is Frank Zappa, "Broken Hearts Are for Assholes."
And it's true.
Yeah.
Well,
I think, we've gone through my list.
I've gone through mine.
I've gone through my list. And I even got to my realization that, hey.
I came up with a few while we were talking and
you
added
go.
them in.
Yeah. Well, okay, then we want to slide over to recommendations. Who wants to go first? Music?
I'll go first with music because Bob Weir, as we were recording this, Bob Weir died last week.
Right.
Or this week.
A month or so ago, yeah.
No, so about a month behind. But I want to recommend 2 albums by the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Which, if you don't get the Grateful Dead, and I totally understand if you don't get the Grateful Dead, these 2 albums are where their best songs come from. American Beauty and Working Man's Dead. And everybody knows them as the jam band where everybody drops acid and listens to Dark Star for 30 or 40 minutes or how long they're going to play at this show. But those albums, American Beauty has Friend of the Devil and Ripple and Truckin', and those are some of their best and most recognizable songs. Working Man Dead has Casey Jones and Uncle John's Band. And if you want to go back to where, folk rock, country rock, a lot of it comes from the Grateful Dead back then. That was the thing that was going on in California at the time with the Dillards and what became the Eagles because they were backing up Linda Ronstadt and Mike Nesmith and different people. So if you don't get the Grateful Dead, everybody ought to have those 2 albums. And if you're going to like them at all, that's where you're going to like them. And Bob Weir, he didn't write a lot of those songs on there. He does some of the vocals, and of course he's a great rhythm and guitar player. And he was a super nice guy to talk to. We talked about Kurt Vonnegut and all sorts of stuff the times I've interviewed him. Just a really nice guy. And Haiti's gone.
Hey, everybody, follow Wayne on Facebook. You had this on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I put that up because, people are surprised that, and I was surprised because I had interviewed Kurt Vonnegut and I wanted to get some quotes from other people, and I knew that the Grateful Dead had been fans of Kurt Vonnegut. They named their publishing company Ice Nine, which comes from Cat's Cradle, and Garcia owned the rights to the movie rights to Sirens of Titan for a while. So, anyway.
One of my first real, I always viewed the Grateful Dead, just this long-haired hippie jam band that the songs lasted 45 minutes and everybody was like, oh, what solo did he play? Whatever.
Yeah.
But my favorite TV show, I think, of all times is Freaks and Geeks. And the last episode of that series, Lindsay Weir, who's the main character in the story, she has told her parents that she's going off to some athlete camp, but in fact she joins another friend, and they go out and follow the dead around, and he plays American Beauty as the show ends. And apparently, when they made that episode, all the cast knew that they'd been canceled. And
wow.
So it's really kind of tugs at your heartstrings, and you hear her driving off in the VW microbus with American Beauty playing in the back, and I thought, I got to listen to that album, and it is great.
Yeah, it's terrific. Like I said, if you've never heard them, you don't really get it, you may get it from those.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to bring up an album that I listened to way back that I just forget how much I love this record. And it's a band we've talked about. It's They Might Be Giants. And everybody goes for the major label ones with, Birdhouse in Your Soul and all that. But it's an album from 2001. It's a little later in their career. And it's called Mink Car.
Yeah.
And there are so many good songs on there. The first song is Bangs.
Yeah, I love Bangs.
Talking about how much, it's like it's the perfect thing to frame a face that needs no makeup.
Yeah.
And in case you think I'm here just because I love chit chat, make no mistake, the money's underneath your hat.
It's great. They've got great lyrics.
And Mr. Excitement is really good. And it's got all kinds of different styles of song on it.
They were really hard to pin down to explain to anybody what they were.
Well, they
about.
sound real nerdy. The way they sing sounds real nerdy, but man, they write great pop songs.
Well, I think that one also has That Crazy Bastard Wants to Hit Me on it.
No.
Is it not?
No.
Okay, well, I'm wrong on that.
It's like the one about hopeless, deep despair.
Yeah.
It was like it was always there until one day it went away. So one day I died and went to hell, and that's the day hopeless, bleak despair went away. It's just like, I don't know. It's just really good. And there's a song called My Man, which is about someone with a spinal cord injury. It's like my man can't command his body. And I think I'm almost positive it's about somebody with a spinal cord injury. And that's the thing I like about them is that they will write a song about anything. And I admire that. I do it myself. Yeah. One of my songwriting partners, Doug Campbell, he will write a song about anything.
Yeah, I would recommend them to anyone who has adventurous taste.
Yeah,
if you want formula, you're not going to get it.
And
if you want what you're going to expect, you won't get it.
And if you have small children, they have a whole series of albums for small children
that are great
terrific.
For adults too.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to talk about Demi Lovato.
Okay,
and she's 33 now. She came out in the wave of pop women singers like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus. They were all bunched together. They were all just a year or two younger than Taylor. And she was one of them. And her life took such a dramatic turn that she was almost, we're always talking about singers and everything from the past who die because of this and that and drugs and mental illness. And she had all of it combined. And then the pandemic hit. Let me write this. I wrote this down. I have an album from, it was either March or April of 2021. And at that time, everybody was pushing out because of the pandemic. People were pulling stuff back and they were just releasing all this. And she kind of got lost in the shuffle. But she had this album called Dancing with the Devil, The Art of Starting Over. And it was like a really captivating album, and it wasn't like pop diva, it wasn't anything like that. She had been through, she went through addiction and relapse, bipolar diagnosis, other mental health issues, sex abuse, and eating disorder. And then she had a really bad drug overdose in 2018, and she had several strokes. And then she came, I know.
Wow.
She was almost like a casualty, like an Amy Winehouse, or, so many that we've done so many, but she was more modern. And this album was so powerful. And the first song on there, I think it's the very first track, is called Anyone. And it's the most raw song I've heard recorded in the last 10 years or so.
Wow.
It was just, and she recorded it, I think right before, just soon before the overdose, I believe it was. Yeah. And it's just like this disquieting. It's hard to listen to almost because she's just talking about feeling completely alone and like she's just given up. And then when you put it in context of where she was in life and how she just been knocked around by everything that could knock her around. There are some other good songs on there, some heartbreaking songs, some R&B music. There's a really sweet thank you to her sister who was there for her. But I would say that song, Anyone, just listen to that. Demi Lovato, not someone you would think would come out with some powerful album because she was just doing songs about, like Affair in Summer, and then had a song called I Really Don't Care, and just running with all these other gals. And then her just life went to the pits for years. And it was pretty...
She's still around?
Yeah, she's still around. she's 33, like I say, so she's the same age, I think, as Miley and Ariana, and just a year or two apart from Selena and Taylor Swift. But she's been through it.
You got to respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, is she still struggling, or is she?
I don't think so. I'm not sure that she's done anything in a while, and I don't know that she has to. She's had enough hits, but when that came out, and plus I was like trying to catch up too when I was a reviewer, because just all of a sudden there's this avalanche of music that came out, either re-released because it bombed in 2020. So it kind of came out at a time when it was really, and people were just getting used to going to the grocery store again.
Yeah.
So it kind of got lost in the shuffle, but I heard that song anyway, and again, I thought, oh my God, that song is just really hard.
It's not what I wouldn't have expected that.
No, exactly. That's why, I had to flag this again. It was just from a few years ago, but it's worth bringing her up again.
Yeah, I may have to listen to that. Well, for movies, I want to bring up a movie called Resurrection. It is a new movie from Chinese director Bai Gan. Mm-hmm. And Chuck, you would not like it. I want to say it right off the bat.
All right, I'm going to doodle.
It's 2 hours and 44 minutes.
Okay.
And it is a surrealist film, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's sort of science fiction.
But it's long.
Yeah, it's got that going for it.
I like that.
It doesn't make any sense, but
So
it's really long.
Well, it has
understanding anything.
Who
doesn't want that?
Kind of get that, but it has
Blockbuster hit.
It has little vignettes through it that you follow, but it's hard to describe it. But it's sort of a science fiction where a future where people can live forever as long as they don't dream, and the people who insist on dreaming are called deliriants.
Okay.
And this follows one deliriant, and you're never sure whether you're watching reality or dreams.
Well, that's kind of life for me, really.
I know it. Actually, it is kind of.
Just living the dream.
Did Lauren like it? I mean,
I didn't take Lauren.
Oh, okay.
Sarah liked it.
Okay.
But
Lauren and I have the same brain.
That's true. I don't. I think Lauren would be like on the fence over it.
Okay.
And there's parts of it everybody would like.
Okay.
I trust Sarah too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But she likes it. But it's it's hard to say who else would like it.
Okay.
Because it's beautiful to watch. Mm-hmm. Every time you see a scene, you can't help but just like notice how much it's like a painting because it's so pretty. The colors, the way it's shot, the camera angles.
Where is it filmed?
In China.
In China, okay.
And Bai Gan his last big movie was called Long Day's Journey into Night, which has nothing to do with the Eugene O'Neill play. But his thing is to have these long tracking shots. This one has one that lasts for a half an hour.
I'm out.
No. Well, I'll tell you what. But no, what it does is, it follows these people and things happen. It's not like it's just like this one long scene where people are talking. He follows people through like the city, and different things are happening, and different things are going on over here or there, and it's actually progressing the plot, such as the plot is. But it's
like single shot.
Yeah, it's a single shot. The camera is following the people, or is ahead of them, and pulls back and shows you something, and looks over here and shows you something, and you go through the city. The last one had one that lasted for nearly an hour, and it's kind of amazing. But it's like I said, it's
Sounds
one of those.
Like that Eddington guy.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot more going on in that. That's Eddington's easy to follow. This is like.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. But with this,
people not falling asleep.
Well, you fall asleep in you fall asleep in the most pivotal part of a movie.
I do indeed. Yeah.
But
many times.
This is one of those things that, if you want to be adventurous and you want to just see something that's going to take you someplace different, and you don't care that you don't know what's going on, it's fun. But like I said, it's beautiful. You could put any picture from it up on the wall, any scene from it, because it's so pretty to watch, even though you're looking sometimes at some really ugly things. But yeah, it's there's one little vignette with a little girl that's being taught to be a con artist, and she's learning how to tell people, what the future or contact.
Right.
But
all
she's
the tricks they do.
Right.
Psychics.
But yeah,
psychics. Yeah.
She's learning how to do that, and that's the most fascinating of the stories. And it lasts maybe 40 minutes, and I could have seen an entire movie on her. But all of a sudden, you're someplace else. Sarah was very frustrated because she's
wanted some resolution.
Well, she's making up a letter. It's this great thing where this rich person has a letter from his dead daughter, and like it's been lost. The letter's been lost in a fire, and so he was going to pay all this money for somebody to tell him what was in the letter. So she's making up what was in the letter, but you also kind of get the feeling that maybe she does know what was in the letter. It's really cool, but it's not for everybody.
Right.
So if you get in there and 30 minutes in, you're going, what the hell is this? And
get out.
You can turn it off. It's no big deal.
Drink some espresso before you start.
Yeah.
Or smoke some weed. That's actually would be probably better.
Espresso for me.
Well, I know.
I discovered this documentary last night. I'm always looking for good rock docs. Right. On HBO Max, there is David Bowie, The Last 5 Years. Uh-huh. And it just details what he did his last 5 years. And he did 2 albums and a Broadway play. Mm-hmm. The first album he did was The Next Day. And I don't know if you've ever listened to that record, but it's really, really good. And it was the first album he'd done in like 7 years. And he had all of his band members sign NDAs saying they wouldn't tell anybody. I mean, the whole album was a secret.
Right.
And he just released it. He hadn't been in public at all because he'd had a heart attack 7 years earlier. And he didn't do any press. He didn't do any interviews or anything. He just put the album out. It went to #1 immediately. And the album cover is really interesting because he wanted to sort of debunk his heroic past, and so he went through a whole series. And in the movie, there's a whole bunch of unseen footage of Bowie and a whole bunch of stuff. But one is a series that he used a bunch of his different album covers and like defaced them to make the album cover. But what he ended up doing was the album cover for Heroes, which is this beautiful, professionally fashion photographer shot of him with his hand up on his face, and it's very iconic. And he just put a big white block right in the middle of the album cover, and in that block it says David Bowie, The Next Day. Yeah. And on the back, it's the back cover of Heroes with a big white block, and on the back of the Heroes album, it's all it's the credits and who wrote and who produced. Same thing. You can see the outline of some of the people that are on Heroes. Not Heroes. Was it Heroes? Well,
what?
The album that he defaced.
Yeah, Heroes.
It was Heroes. But then in the white block are all the credits to The Next Day. So that's interesting. And he, ever since he was young, and you can tell when you see Ziggy Stardust, all the different characters that he made up, he was always very interested in theater.
Right.
And he always wanted to do a musical. And so at that point, it was probably 2012. By then he was a superstar and could do whatever he wanted. And so he wrote a play called Lazarus. Michael C. Hall played in it, and it did show on Broadway. But during the making of that, he was diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
And he had to tell all of the production staff of the musical that I'm in treatment and I may not be able to come in as much as I would like, but don't take that as I'm not interested. I'm very interested and I'll be here as much as I can. And it turns out he was there quite a bit. Huh. But he would just kind of come in and sit in the back and then leave because he was, doing chemo. Mm-hmm. And then he went on to do his Black Star album with a jazz band, and I don't know if you've not heard that album. It's powerful, and all of the things. I mean, he knew he was dying, and this album was his gift. I mean, he turned his death into art, and he was just the ultimate artist. Anyway, it's called David Bowie: The Last 5 Years. It's on HBO, and I found it really fascinating. It's got a bunch of old footage, new stuff, unseen stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, those last 2 albums are 2 of his best albums of his entire catalog.
Yeah.
So I want to recommend We Bury the Dead. Have you seen the trailer for this one,
No.
Wayne? Okay. Now, it's a mainstream release, 2026, January 2026. I saw it in the theater. It'll probably be streaming or whatever. I thought it was just going to be a zombie movie, so whatever, let's watch a zombie movie. And it was so much more than that. It was like really the premise of the movie, the stars... the director is Zach Hilditch, and he's like an Australian director. I've not seen much from him. I love what's coming out of Australia these days for movies. I don't know why they're doing such a good job. But this stars Daisy Ridley from newer Star Wars movies and other movies. She's like, one of the hot new actresses now. And she's a British actress, but I believe she's playing an American woman in this. So what's happened is the premise of the story is that the United States has accidentally released a sonic bomb that's wiped out Tasmania. So everybody in Tasmania has been killed. And it's a pulse. So it killed not just people, it killed everything. All animals, everything was killed. And people are volunteering to go to help the army, like categorize. They're going house to house and finding all the dead people. They all died suddenly, like watering the yard, or there's a couple that was taking a bath together or something, and they were just killed suddenly. And her husband was on the south end of the island when this happened, and she had they were having some problems, and so she knew he was probably dead. But the kick is, some of them are coming back to life, sort of. And the kick to that is, they're not zombies who are turning other people into zombies. Right. It's not that kind of zombie thing. They're just like, their eyes are glazed over. Some of them are a threat to humans, and they're just dangerous, rampaging. Some of them have other agendas, and you start finding out why most people died and they were dead and done. But some of them have basically unsettled business that they can't die.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's really clever. And the first one she comes across, it's heartbreaking, because it's just like, when they first come back, they're just barely alive, and it was this guy in a garage of a house that they were clearing out, and he's just like all doe-eyed. He just looks like a little newborn, and he's kind of smiling, and he's just like standing off uncertainly, and she didn't know how to react, because she thought, oh, zombie, but it wasn't like that at all. He wasn't going to hurt her at all. But the army would just go in as soon as they found one and just shoot them in the head. They killed all of them. They weren't like trying to, so they were killing them out. So there's a big fire in Hobart, Tasmania, which is like south of where they are, and her husband was south of that. Mm-hmm. So she wants to go where her husband was. She recruits another guy to go with her, and just to find her husband, to see if he's come back, if he's dead, if they can find him at all. And they have to go through around the city, and they've come across some other people, and you just start finding this just really incredible. These zombies are not, they're all different from each other. They all have different agendas going on. They're nonverbal, and it just, to see the interaction and what they're doing and what she's doing, she's just desperate to get to her husband. It's really an emotional story, and it's not just a raging zombies killing everybody. Right. It's not like that at all, And
sounds interesting.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think you might even like it. It's got some horror elements, because not all of the zombies are nice, or but most of them are just kind of in their own little world.
How do you see this? Is it in theaters?
Yeah, at the theaters right now.
Okay.
You better go today. It's kind of an indie movie. I think it was actually at all three of the main ones, not just at our art theater, but the ones in my part of town. So, but it's We Bury the Dead, and you find out kind of what that's about too. Okay. But it becomes kind of a road adventure, and then this woman she's trying to play the game of just like rounding up the bodies and tagging them and taking pictures of them, and then they're dumping them in mass graves. And just to see that whole island and the idea, it's not like an apocalypse. There's no radiation or anything like that. It's just like something suddenly killed everything, and they're just coming in and trying to pick up the pieces afterward.
Kind of reminds me, I've been watching one of the things that Wayne recommended, Pluribus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it kind of turns the whole zombie notion on its head, because the people who've been affected by whatever happened, cannot hurt anybody.
Right.
Yeah. They can't. They have to be nice.
Right.
And it's just really turns the whole genre on its head. Yeah. It's really good. We're not done with it yet.
But. Like I say, these zombies don't turn other people into zombies, and they're not kind of like just existing apart from humans, and just it's
like a new life form or something.
Yeah. And
in a human form.
There's a couple of real like moving encounters too. It's like, wow, so it's really just it was an emotional movie, oddly enough.
Well, it's playing at 2 theaters.
Okay. We Bury the Dead.
So I may have to run out before the end of the week, because it won't last. You can see it on streaming. There's definitely a benefit to seeing it on a big screen, but you could watch it on the small screen. Well, we may just rent it.
Okay, if you have to.
I'll have to look. Well, I'll have to look and see if it's available.
Watch the trailer. The trailer just, like I say, I thought I was just going into, another zombie movie. Here we go. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is not what I thought I would come away with.
It's so hard to make a good new zombie movie.
Well, they did. This Zach Hilditch, I don't even recognize anything else. He's only done like 2 other movies. like I say, Australia is just on fire right now with really cool imaginative movies. Bring Her Back or Talk to Me and just all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Bring Her Back still gives me chills.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
This isn't as well. I guess it's not as bleak as that. I don't know.
That was a bleak one.
Yeah.
I have just a little mini recommendation. It's not going to blow anyone's mind out, but my wife and I are kind of normal weekday dinner time. We'll just sit and watch TV and eat dinner. And so while we're eating, we'll watch a 30-minute sitcom because it's good digestion. Yeah. And then we'll watch like an hour drama or whatever. And we just finished The English Teacher. Yeah, which is just so funny, and I wish they were bringing it back.
Show.
It is hilarious, and you got to kind of sometimes you have to stop and go back.
Yeah,
it's like I just missed some stuff.
Just so many great characters,
So, but we finished that, and we needed a new 30-minute thing, and I keep hearing people talking about Abbott Elementary.
Yeah,
and it's a network show. It's squeaky clean.
I've seen a little bit of it.
It's funny,
like really funny.
The characters are great.
Yeah,
the humor is sly.
Yeah,
we really like it. We've gotten to the point where. Let's watch another one.
That's a good thing.
That's good. Yeah.
So that's just a mini recommendation.
Cool. I agree. Okay, people, we're going to let you go. We're sorry again if we beat up on anything that's personal to you. We don't mean anything by that. Enjoy whatever you love, even if it's a terrible song. But anyway, you can see us on social media everywhere. You find us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram. I need to write these down because I always forget something. And
YouTube. Did you say YouTube?
I think I said YouTube. And also, if you've got any comments for us, feedback, or suggestions,
subjects. We love subjects.
And you know what? We got one I meant to send to
you.
Well, you'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, you can write us at howweheardit@gmail.com. And let's move on. I think next. Anyway. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
You've been listening to How We Heard It with Chuck Campbell and Wayne Bledsoe, a podcast about music, movies, art, culture, whatever it is that's on their mind. How We Heard It was recorded at the Arbor Studio in Knoxville, Tennessee by me, John Baker. How We Heard It is a Cozy Planet production. If listening to this podcast has given you a burning sensation, then we recommend you sit in a hot tub until your symptoms fade away. If you'd like to reach out to Chuck or Wayne or even me, you can send an email to howweheardit@gmail.com. So thank you for listening, and come on back and we'll have another episode for you next week.